What if you suddenly became a billionaire? Would your money actually be safe? Most people think rich people just put their money in banks. But the truth is, billionaires use an entire system to protect their wealth, from lawsuits, taxes, crashes, and even their own mistakes. Today, you'll see how billionaires really protect their money, and why normal people almost never do this. Billionaires don't just earn money. They defend it like a fortress. They assume three things will always happen. Governments will want taxes, people will want to sue them, and markets will eventually crash. So instead of hoping for the best, they build systems that keep their wealth safe no matter what happens. In this video, we'll break down the exact strategies billionaires use to protect their money, step by step. In simple words, the biggest mistake normal people make is keeping all their money in one place. Billionaires do the opposite. They spread their money across different countries, different banks, different assets, different currencies. Why? Because if one bank fails, they're still safe. If one country changes laws, they're still safe. If one market crashes, they're still safe. This is called diversification, but at a billionaire level. Some of their money is in real estate, stocks, businesses, gold, private funds, and even art or collectibles. So no single event can destroy everything at once. Here's something surprising. Most billionaires don't own things in their own name. Their houses, cars, planes, investments, businesses are usually owned by companies or holding firms. Why? Because if someone sues them personally, those assets are much harder to touch. Instead of, John owns this building, it becomes, this company owns this building, and John just controls the company. This creates a legal wall between the billionaire and their money. So even if something goes wrong, their personal wealth is protected. One of the most powerful tools billionaires use is called a trust. A trust is basically a legal box that holds money and assets. Once money goes into a trust, it's harder to seize, harder to sue, sometimes harder to tax, and easier to pass to family. Many billionaires put large parts of their wealth into different trusts for their children, their businesses, their long-term investments. This way, even if they are personally attacked legally or financially, the money inside the trust is protected by law. Think of it like a financial bunker. You've probably heard the word offshore before. Billionaires often use offshore companies, offshore trusts, offshore accounts. This doesn't always mean illegal. It usually means putting money in countries that have stronger privacy laws, lower taxes, more stable legal systems, better asset protection rules. So if one country changes its laws or increases taxes, the billionaire's entire wealth isn't trapped there. Again, it's about not keeping all eggs in one basket. Billionaires assume one thing. Sooner or later, someone will try to sue them. So they prepare before any problem starts. They use complex company structures, legal firewalls, separate ownership layers, insurance for big risks. This makes it slower, harder, more expensive for anyone trying to take their money in court. In many cases, even winning a lawsuit doesn't mean you can easily reach their real wealth, because it's buried behind layers of legal protection. Normal people panic when markets crash. Billionaires plan for it. They keep cash ready, own assets that behave differently in crashes, use long-term strategies, hedge their risks. Some of their money is in safe assets, some in risky high-growth assets, some in things that only do well during chaos. So when markets fall, they don't lose everything. In fact, many billionaires make more money during crashes by buying cheap assets. Billionaires don't manage all this alone. They have tax experts, lawyers, asset protection specialists, investment strategists, risk managers. These people find legal ways to reduce risk, spot dangers early, build stronger protection systems, and fix weak points before they become disasters. So their money is not just growing, it's constantly being defended. Here's the big truth. Billionaires don't rely on luck. They don't rely on one investment. They don't rely on one country. They don't rely on one bank. They build systems. Systems that spread risk, block threats, reduce damage, and survive bad times. That's why many rich families stay rich for generations, while normal people can lose everything from just one bad event. So now you know, billionaires don't just make money. They protect it like a fortress. The real difference isn't just income. It's how seriously they take defending their wealth. Question is, if you had millions or billions, would your money survive the real world?